Yeah, so we're here in Diepsloot where Jam is doing our new version, our next phase kind of pivot of our food hamper distributions, where we're now actually issuing a voucher to the beneficiary. So we identified a number of challenges with food hamper distribution. One is these long feeding lines that we've seen, which have all kinds of impact. There's a social impact. Secondly, there's a lot of security issues around food hamper distributions and controlling that. Social distancing is a huge problem in food hamper distribution. And so we try to deal with that, but also say, how do we still maintain the integrity of the quality, quantity, and price of the food that we're able to give to individuals? Then we discovered something else, and that was that food hamper distribution was having an incredibly negative effect on the SMME economy, particularly spaza shops, small grocery retailers, because effectively the customer that used to be their customer can't afford to be anymore. That's why they're now receiving a food hamper. But the reality is that that food hamper also means that that individual is not going to the spaza shop, they're not making that purchase. And so if we're not careful, soon the spaza shop owner and their staff, we're going to be standing in that feeding line. We built a custom-built vouchering system with our own app. And so what happens is that any of our beneficiaries can receive the voucher because it just goes on a normal SMS or text message. We send that out to the beneficiary family. They get that text on their phone and it'll say to them, this is a gift from Jam, it's a food hamper, please take this voucher and redeem it at your local spaza shop. And they go to that location, they present that voucher, they scan that voucher, and it then does a couple of things. In the back end, it very rapidly checks that voucher and says, yes, it's a genuine voucher, it hasn't been used before, and this is the correct redemption center for that person to be redeeming their voucher. That then authorizes the partner to issue the food hamper. The beneficiary then gets a second message that says, please confirm that you received your hamper at X location and that it had these items, and it lists all of the items in it. And so by listing the items, we're able to ensure that we have a closed loop proof of impact and verification that says, yes, all of those items were in that hamper that I received. So our partner, the spaza shop can't be side selling, some of the items and underpacking the hamper, because we'll get that verification from the beneficiary.
Tonight, I know that my kids are going to eat. It is for more days to come. We're still going to eat.
Part of why we can't have the beneficiary just get issued a cash voucher is because if they go into a spaza shop and buy with cash, what we're able to give them in our hamper that costs 400 Rand, delivered, including that payment, to the spaza shop, to the beneficiary. If they bought that in the spaza shop, they'd be spending well over 500 to 600 Rand. The other challenge to having a cash voucher that they just go and redeem by shopping in a spaza is that has a significant value. Our voucher has zero value. The value it has to the spaza shop is on the back end when we confirm that they redeemed that voucher and then we pay them for it. It allows us to really implement with integrity, say you can sponsor a voucher on behalf of a family and we can tell you when that voucher was issued, to who it was issued to, when they redeemed it, and that they confirmed receiving all of the items that were supposed to be within that hamper.